friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today, we are experiencing Flintlockbeard. OP has decided to voice himself, which I'm rather excited for. First time that's happened on the channel, I think. But it might happen more often if the logistics work out okay. This is Flintlockbeard, or how a neckbeard almost ruined my love of muzzleloaders and almost got someone killed. Yes, let's take careful note here. It's a weapon, not a toy. Although it does sound like you're out there having fun with them, so maybe it is sort of a toy. Let's see how it goes. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well in this crazy time that we live in. Oh, I'm doing quite well, thank you. Mr. Floppy, Jack Bunny, whatever you want to be called. This will be part one of a saga that I don't know how many parts it'll have. But for now, we'll call this part one. Everybody got that? I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. TLDR at the end. I think it's got 4 parts currently. Does it end at 4 parts? I think it ends at 4 parts, but they are long parts. So let's get into the recounting of the story of a neckbeard who almost ruined my love of muzzleloaders and almost got someone killed. I have to wonder if this episode's gonna have monetization issues, you know? YouTube don't seem to like guns content none too much. Warning, this saga does contain mild violence, a lot of cringe, and gropey and attempted rape. Well, this is just gonna be a treat, isn't it? Okay, let the pain flow. Let the hatred flow. Anyone who isn't okay with all of that stuff, as they say in The Wizard of Oz,
I'd turn back if I were you.
This all took place within a muzzleloader rifle and pistol club that I had joined for one and only one summer. And that's not because you stopped loving muzzleloaders, is it? You just met some weirdos, and if that's the case, yeah. I don't want to be in a club with weirdos either. Unless I'm the one that built the club. Gather around, ReddX Industries. Let's have a hug. There we go. So, the cast list. There's me, OP. I was 20 when all this happened. I'm about to turn 35, so the exact details are a little fuzzy. Thanks, Father Time and the Devil's Lettuce. But like Back to the Future, 88 is the key number, meaning this is like 88% recovered from what I can remember. I was 6'4", 280 pounds, and I had just gotten down how to shave to where I had a beard, but not a neck beard. Dad didn't teach you how to shave or what? It's a failure on his part. My dad didn't teach me either. Had to learn in Navy boot camp. I just gotten out of high school the summer prior. I graduated late due to a major surgery I had that put me a semester behind, and my mom called it Senior Year, the sequel. Yeah, Electric Boogaloo, why not? I had a girlfriend, she's a key part of this story. I was by no means the skinniest guy, but I kept myself relatively healthy. I mean, I saw 6'4", 280, I'm like, that's a big boy, but I ain't gonna rip on you too much. I've been bigger and smaller in my life, I know how it goes. Club President CP for short. I don't like that, I'm gonna call him Prez. He was a rather large fellow, but tall and imposing. Taller than you at 6'4"? Dude, Mrs. Calling in the NBA. But he had a Mr. Rogers-like heart. He would accept you for who you were, maybe to a fault, and to the detriment of the entire club in the case of this beard. He was in his late 40s, and he had a Father Christmas beard on him, and a voice that was so gentle, yet it was also able to come off as authoritative when needed. He was a fantastic shot with a flintlock rifle, one of the best in the club.
No, I want an official red undercover knife, so 200 jet my rifle.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Do you think that if Santa learned to shoot that he could whittle down the naughty list? Just by himself, that's what he does now. I got clipped from 1,000 yards out. Who's on the naughty list? Ah. Girlfriend. We're gonna change her name for this story and call her Naomi, which is nowhere close to her real name. 5'5", blondish brown hair, about 135 pounds with larger B-cup size boobs. We don't need to do that. Can we not do that? Just from me to you. It's a little unnecessary. Green eyes, very beautiful, 18 at the time. She liked video games, photography, art, and was actually a pretty talented artist, and she could sketch people almost lifelike. I'm at least somewhat impressed by that, yeah. I never thought that she would be beard bait, though. I mean, she's your girlfriend, dude. Are you not at least beard adjacent? I see what's going on here. I was deeply in love with her, and I thought at the time that she would be who I would marry. Ooh, boy, I dodged a bullet there. It's just puppy love, bro. She's integral to the story, as she was the victim of the groping, stalking, creeping, and the attempted assault, which I mentioned a bit earlier. Oh, poor Naomi, she didn't deserve all that. What the hell? Did this happen in the club? Full of people with guns? Because you could have stopped that in like half a second. He's like, come here, and you just go, pow! And then it's okay. Everybody goes home, except you, who probably goes to jail. It's manslaughter. Yeah, he was a bad guy, but you did slaughter a man, okay? Finally, we'll get to our beard. We'll call him Flintlockbeard, or FB for short. This dude was 5'8" and pushing at least 320 pounds, and he was in his late 30s. Yeah, this is a big boy too, man. What the hell? They got like 3-4 people in this club, but it's always a full house. He fancied himself a superior marksman and gentleman, and he thought he was a Rhodes Scholar when it came to 18th century American history. He hardly ever bathed, probably for historical accuracy. He reeked of Doritos, dew, and black powder smoke. Think of how fireworks smell after they've gone off. I kind of like that smell. And of course, he also reeked of body odor. Oh, that's not as nice. He didn't wear a fedora. Instead, he always wore a coonskin cap. Oh, Jesus. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
I killed my pet raccoon.
Why, Davy?
So I could have this cool hat, and because it felt like heaven when I was doing it.
I would embarrass him into taking the hat off, I'm pretty sure. It looked like he had just picked up a piece of roadkill and put it on his head. Flintlockbeard was very full of himself, thought he was the best shot in the club, and could never accept when he was beaten in a match, especially by me. He fancied himself a supreme gentleman, and thought we were still in 1776, even though he mostly didn't talk the way they did back then. Sometimes he did, and when he did, it was really cringy. He still thought a woman's place was in the kitchen making babies and being submissive to men. Well, you can believe what you believe, but first, become someone worth being submissive to. How about that? Anyway, let's get into the story. Remember that I'm trying to do this from my best recollection, and with that in mind, there will be time jumps and stuff that doesn't really tie together, but I'm not gonna make stuff up just to fill in those holes. I mean, most people do. You can. It's fine. So it was my first day at the club. Now, my uncle had been the one to introduce me into the world of muzzleloader shooting. And an interesting thing that, I love to shoot guns, but when you have to take 2 minutes to reload between every shot, I mean, it's a lot less fun, isn't it? But OP says, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the people involved are mostly some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. Mostly. Unfortunately, he couldn't join in with me as he had breathing issues, and still does, so any more smoke into his lungs and he's got to get out of there ASAP. Damn, that's rough. He had to give it all up just like that? Was it because he was smoking with cigarettes?
Man, I be smoking with cigarettes all the time.
I walked into the club with my membership dues in my pocket, $50 for the whole year, which paid for everything, including range time, which was good because we met once a week. My gear was in both hands, and my rifle, a .45 caliber flintlock rifle that I had built with my uncle over 2 years, was slung around my right shoulder. You can build your own guns? That's kind of cool. It's like 3D printing your own guns, except probably this one won't explode in your hands. I asked one of my guys where I could find the club president so I could introduce myself and get my dues paid. I was directed into the back office, and I knocked on the door and was welcomed in. Prez.
Hello there. I'm Prez. How can I help you?
OP.
Hey there. I'm OP. I'm the new guy. We talked through email, and I'm here to pay my yearly dues and get ready for my first shoot.
Prez.
Well, it's nice to meet you, OP. We're glad to have you. Welcome to the club. I hope you stay with us for a long while. As far as your dues go, you'll need to get to Flintlockbeard. He's our club treasurer. One word of advice, don't get on his bad side. He can come off as a bit standoffish and cocky, but he's my wife's brother, so I tolerate him, and I try to see the good in people.
OP.
Okay, well, thanks for the heads up. I'll see you on the range.
Prez.
Okay then, I'll see you in about 20.
With this, I headed down to Flintlockbeard's office. I'll tell you now, dear readers, I wish I could fully relay the smell that this office had. I opened the door and visually winced at the smell. I said, "Hi, I'm OP. You must be Flintlockbeard. I was told by the club president to see you about my dues and my membership card." Flintlockbeard.
Well, if it isn't fresh meat. Sorry. I gotta do that to all the newbies. I'm Flintlockbeard. I'm our club's treasurer, the best shot by far, and the club's leading historian on all things 18th century.
Wow, keeper of the deepest lore. Maybe you can find some time for a shower between all that, huh, big boy? But OP didn't say none of that. Instead, he says, OP.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm pretty interested and knowledgeable about the 18th century as well, particularly American history and the Revolutionary War. It'd be pretty cool to discuss it with you sometime. I'm trying to be friendly and get through the smell.
Just slide the 50 under the door with a note attached to it. We don't have to interact anymore. Flintlockbeard.
I doubt you know as much as I do. I've studied that time period longer than you've been alive. Probably. How old are you anyway, young sir?
OP.
I'm 20.
Flintlockbeard.
Yeah, I got you bested on all the stuff that you would need to know.
Just automatically, based on the fact that you're older? Seems kind of ignorant, but okay.
Anyway, you got your dues? It's $100. Or you can trade your wares with me.
Cajita's wares, if you have coin.
Oh my god, speaking of wares, let's get into the sponsor for today's video. Dayton Dies, yes, our very own creepypasta channel from ReddX Industries. Also, Mr. and Mrs. ReddX, yes, our very own vlog channel from ReddX Industries. You should check out one or both, and I'd appreciate it. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. OP says,
I was told, and it says so on your website, that it's $50. What's with the $100? And sorry, I don't have any wares to trade.
Flintlockbeard, raising his voice and starting to get blubbering upset.
Those stupid imbeciles in IT, they can't do as they're told. They were instructed to update the website to have $100 be the fee. What the fuck?
OP.
Look, it's okay. I only have 50 though, so can I bring in the rest next week?
Flintlockbeard.
That is wholly unacceptable. I need the $100 now. Typical young bucks thinking they know everything. No $100, you don't get to join or get to shoot.
Bro, you're really hard up for money, huh? You want that extra cheeseburger at McDonald's? Alright, you fat tub of shit. Here it is. Another $50. Now if we could never interact again, I would be more than grateful. See, I like to start out nice. Things could have been good between us, but you broke the social contract almost immediately, so the gloves are coming off. Now at this point, the club president just happened to be walking by and obviously heard raised voices and stepped into Flintlockbeard's office. Prez.
What's going on in here?
OP.
Yeah, he was telling me that the membership fees are $100, but I was under the assumption that I was cut off by CP.
Prez.
Flintlockbeard, we talked about this. The fee stays at $50. Trying to overcharge a new guy double price is not good business, and it can lead to a bad reputation for us. I won't have it. No more of that. Now, we'll see you guys on the range in about 10 minutes.
What you need that $50 for, Flintlockbeard, huh? You're just gonna eat it. We both know you're just gonna fucking eat it. You're just as disgusting inside as you are outside. He left the office, and Flintlockbeard had a look of smugness that could rival Hillary Clinton. Oh, the devil! But he knew he had been caught. OP.
Dude, you tried to charge me double? What the hell, man?
Flintlockbeard.
That stupid idiot. He needs to listen to me. I went to college for economics.
Yeah, that seems to be paying off, doesn't it? OP says,
Look, here's your $50. I'm willing to let this slide. Just know from that now on, I'm not taking you at face value. I'll see you on the range. Good luck out there.
Flintlockbeard.
Yeah, whatever. You haven't heard the last of me yet. The rules of this club are simple. Observe the rules of gun safety, and only family can come watch at meets and rendezvous events. Unless, of course, you have a milady.
Yeah, he actually said milady. Oh no.
Then it's okay. But she better not question anything we do. A female must know her place.
Oh boy, actually give me my $50 back. I don't think I want to hang out with you guys anymore. Truth be told, a man must also know his place. Leader, protector, breadwinner, how about that? You don't seem capable of being any of those, Flintlockbeard. Running around begging people for $50. Gross. OP says that I wasn't even gonna dignify that with a response. With this, I was wondering what the hell I had just gotten myself involved in. Now, being 19, I was looked at by some of the guys, especially Flintlockbeard, as
young, dumb, and full of cum.
And while I could have that mindset at times, I tried my best to keep it in check. It's not your fault, OP. The frontal lobe ain't fully formed. It's fine. So we all got out on the range, and our club president introduced himself to any new members. There was myself and a couple other people, one guy and one girl. Oh, that poor woman. They don't come into play until later in the story, so we'll save their description for the second part of this saga. Prez then went into the rules of our club and a brief history of the club, its mission statement, and the rules of the range. Very important. Yes, we are out here to play, but also we're playing with literal weapons. So let's be safe out there. The range was then declared hot and clear. The first 10 minutes was used to sighting your rifles and get familiar with the targets we would be shooting. After a few shots, I was confident I'd found the right load. My rifle, as I said, was .45 caliber, so I loaded it with a .44 caliber lead round ball, a .015 inch thick pillow ticking patch lubed with bear grease prepared and given to me by my uncle, and 50 grains of 3F black powder. Do you have to count out the grains? Did your uncle kill that bear by hand? I don't understand anything that you're talking about right now, but I appreciate the attention to detail. That's what I'll say. The first event had then been initiated, and it was a 1v1 shooting at an 8-inch buffalo silhouette, simulated at what looked like about 50 yards, so a pretty good start to a day of shooting. And wouldn't you know it, I was matched up against Flintlockbeard. Now, this blob of existence had changed his attire from street clothes, which were dirty and had Cheeto stains on them, to, in his words, totally authentic 18th century mountain man attire. This dude thought he was a regular Daniel Boone, but he was more like Daniel Man Boob. Yeah, this is pretty funny. He thought he was Johnny Appleseed. He's more like Johnny Jerk Offaseed. That's not as good. Flintlockbeard,
get ready to lose, OP. I'm gonna show you why I'm the best shot in this club.
Yeah, best shot into a Kleenex. OP.
Good luck and may the best shooter win.
Flintlockbeard. Yeah! Me! Oh boy. Let's try to be humble right before our feast of crows, shall we? Flintlockbeard steps up to the firing line and aims his rifle. First shot was a miss. Low and to the right. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm the best shot in the world, but I was pretty confident in my abilities. After all, I spent the last 2 years learning how to shoot with my uncle, and he taught me a lot, and I was grateful for it. So I stepped up to the firing line, sight down the 42-inch long swamp steel barrel of my rifle, put the set trigger on, steadied myself, let out a breath, and then fired. Chick, boom! When the smoke cleared, I saw that the target had fallen. I smiled and did a downward fist punch in celebration. Ooh, yeah! Suck it, bitch! That was the most elaborate that I got when celebrating. Honestly, you should have just been a total dick about it. Walked up to Flintlockbeard and be like, why did my target fall over? Your target didn't fall over. Why did mine do that? Oh, I shot it. Oh, that's crazy. Why didn't you do the same thing? I thought you're the best shot in the whole club. No, you're not? Well, why don't you take your sweaty man tits and get the hell out of here? There's a new king. Probably a little over the top, but he'd get the message. Flintlockbeard said, beginner's luck. It's not fair. The stupid wind kicked up on my shot. We were in an indoor range made specifically for filtering out black powder smoke. So unless he was talking about the vent wind, there was no wind. You just watch this next shot. You won't be in the lead for long. Bro, quit while you're ahead. You just got slapped in the mouth and you don't consider winding back the shit talking at least a little bit? Good, great, I say. Show us all your hubris! So Flintlock fired again and missed. Love to see it. But just in front of the target, and then the bullet ricocheted into the target, knocking it over, but it still counts as a miss, since the ball must hit the target while in flight. How do they even determine that? They're like, let's wind it back on the high-speed replay. Probably they do got a budget for this stuff. I can afford 5 whole minutes to count out 50 grains of black powder and refill my gun. I can probably also afford some high-speed cameras, right? Flintlockbeard rages. Oh, God damn it, stupid fucking rifle! My stupid little rugrat kid must have been messing with it and knocked the sights out of alignment. You let your kids play with your guns?
This is my rifle, this is my gun, this is for fighting, this is for fun.
It's a good way to clean up the gene pool, honestly. No, but seriously, I am super concerned for that kid, though. OP has an internal monologue at this point. No, good lord, this dude has a kid? God bless that child. He needs it. It became very clear that not only did this beard have delusions of grandeur about himself and his shooting abilities, but he was quick to blame everyone but himself for when he messed up. Yeah, there was lag on the trigger. Dude, we're in real life right now. The lag was just your finger being fat. What do you want? We finished up our match. I hit 4 times, much better than I thought I would at my first match, and Flintlockbeard hit twice. I went to shake his hand for a good match, and he swatted my hand away. Dude, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the mouth. So disrespectful. Flintlockbeard in a whiny tone. You cheated! It's not fair. You younger guys, you got better eyesight and a steadier nerve. This isn't over. I'll be back to duel in another match and defend my honor. Pack it in, son. You're done. Is this how we preserve our ego? What does it really take? Shake his goddamn hand. Say GG, no re. And that's it. OP says,
Dude, calm down. We all have bad days of shooting. You had yours today, and I had a good one.
Flintlockbeard says, "Whatever." And with that, he stormed off to his office and, no doubt, began to pout. Bro, don't pout over this singular match. Pout over your entire existence, okay? After an hour had gone by, we all finished up and said our variations of
All right, see you next week.
to each other. I had finished 5th place out of 12 members, so I was pretty happy with myself. I didn't see Flintlockbeard anywhere, but his car was still in the parking lot. He finally emerged from his office, changed back into his street clothes, and stood outside the front door and began smoking a pipe, probably thinking that he looked so cool. I mean, there's nobody else really left there for him to impress. I think he's just got a nicotine addiction, bro. It happens. My girlfriend had shown up to pick me up as we were going to go out to dinner after the match. We hugged and kissed, and then she said, "Naomi, who's that dude smoking the pipe with those gross clothes on?" "Doesn't matter, don't ask, get in the car." But OP says,
Oh, that's Flintlockbeard. He's a smelly little whiner and blamed the wind and the smoke for losing, as well as me cheating because I'm younger with better eyesight.
"Naomi, he blamed the wind? Aren't you guys in an indoor range?" OP says,
Yeah, that's the point. He lost and can't stand it.
"Naomi, the only reason I ask is because he was staring at me really creepily when we were hugging." OP,
No, just ignore him. I'll deal with it next week. Anyway, I'm hungry. Let's head to dinner.
I mean, all I'm saying right now is maybe it's time to teach your lady how to shoot. What's that thing Annie Oakley said? I want all women to be as comfortable carrying guns as they are carrying babies. Keep yourself safe with a flick of a finger. It's like magic. Anyways, with all that, we did partake in soothing our growling stomachs with some tasty morsels and libations. Libations? We don't say that in real life, right? Because we can't rip on the guy for saying milady if we're saying libations. At least unironically. We went to Taco Bell because I hadn't been paid yet, and that's all we could afford on that day. You don't have to explain it, bro. It's Baja Blast. What do you want? Then we went back to her place and played Ghost Recon 2 on multiplayer on her GameCube. Doesn't hold a candle to 007 Nightfire, but I'll allow it. TLDR, Neckbeard, who thinks he's Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett reincarnated, blames cheating and the wind at an indoor shooting range because I beat a superior marksman and gentle sir. Then creepily stares at my girlfriend when we leave the range. I mean, when you boil it down into a TLDR like that, it doesn't seem like a lot happened, but I felt like I had a good ride. This felt like a full experience to me. We set up the pins for a little bit later. Oh, if only I'd known that those creepy stairs were the seeds planted to lead to the garden of near full disaster, then I would have done something right then and there. Hindsight's 20/20, man. I'd like to say, yeah, I'd shoot him in the face for looking at my lady, but that's not the case. I seriously would have punched him for slapping my hand away, or at least slapped him. Slap my hand and slap your fat cheeks. If you punch him, then it's like sucker punch situation. That kind of sucks. Anyways, that's gonna do it for part 1 of this saga. I hope to get part 2 uploaded soon. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves, and remember, keep your powder dry and your eyes on the target. Bye-bye. No, not bye-bye quite yet. We gotta do the plugs and the outro and all the stuff. I'm definitely excited to be into this saga. Not only is OP voicing his own lines, but like it's competently written. Like I said, it felt like I had a full experience. And although Flintlockbeard hasn't done anything yet to make me blow my top, I know he's going to. And I actually do know the final outcome of Flintlockbeard, so I will unveil that to you in the last part of this saga. But until then, you guys also enjoy the ride. If you did enjoy it, let me know by like, commenting, subscribing, maybe sharing the video around. Yes, we've got a lot of new sagas opening up recently, which I said I was going to shut some down, but I don't know. They're nice and consistent, and yeah, I rather enjoy it. It's like I know what I'm going to record, you know? Anyways, follow us on social medias if you want to. TikTok, Twitter, Discord. There's all sorts of stuff. We got Patreon patrons, open channel memberships, open the thanks button. You can click that if you want. One of your dollars, like 3, 4 of mine. Extrapolate that. Thanks for helping me out. And thank you for the sponsorships in the videos. If you hadn't checked out Dayton Dies or Mr. and Mrs. yet, please go ahead. I'm going to start plugging those a lot more because I'm trying to get them off the ground. I hope you don't mind it none too much. But whether you can support or not, I mean, that's cool. I just appreciate you coming through, checking out the video. I hope you'll do the same thing tomorrow. In order to do so, keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands. And of course, always remember, friends, that you are loved. You are worthy. You definitely deserve it. And I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.